Yo, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a video on assets. Someone asked me to do a Black Friday selection for assets, and I thought it was cool. Bear in mind, this is all my personal opinion, and it's heavily influenced by my experiences. So let me know what you think. Do you agree with the ones that I've chosen? Do you disagree? Is there something that I missed that should have been shown? Is there a video that you want to request as well? Let me know. So look, we're coming to the end of the year. Money is tight. People are planning Christmas, and that's understandable. So if you are interested in an asset and you miss it, then I wouldn't beat yourself up too much, because these assets are regularly on sale. The discount might be different. It might be 30% instead of 50%. You might need to wait until it hits that 50 or 60% for sure. But these assets regularly on sale. You will be able to pick them up at a later date as well. There's a variety of assets on sale here, from plug and play assets to animations to large like systems and locomotion. If you're looking at templates, which we'll go into a little bit, I would say make sure you have a basic understanding of blueprints. Don't be buying assets until you've got a prototype ready to go and you have a basic understanding of what the asset is trying to do for you. You want an asset to elevate your game from basic to advanced or intermediate. You don't want to be buying assets when you're still at that basic level and don't understand things like data tables and for each loops and arrays and inventories and such. But that's my personal opinion based on mistakes that I've made in the past. So feel free to ignore me, or feel free to tell me I'm wrong. Either or, I'm happy to hear it. Right, so let's get into it. The first asset that you can use that is sort of across projects, and I think is a really good asset, but I would be waiting until I was at a point where I was doing my level design and I needed it and it elevated my level design, is this ultra dynamic sky. This is probably the highest ranked asset on the marketplace, i.e. with the most number of reviews. Like 1,200 reviews is insanity to maintain a 4.9. It's at a 50% discount at £22. This is an absolute steal. It allows different skyboxes. It allows for thunder, lightning, rain, snow, and yeah, I just really like this asset. The reviews on this speak for itself. Always read reviews before you buy an asset. Speaking of which, I have a bunch of free assets. I've only got 2 or 3 that are paid for, and I don't have any written reviews because all my assets came out when written reviews were taken off. So if someone wants to write a review, I would love to hear it. Shameless plug, completely over. Thank you very much. Okay, the next asset I would be looking at is electronic nodes. This is a plugin that just makes your nodes easier to read and sets up your wires in a much more easy angle. This is on sale, 30% discount. Its normal price is £14. I think I purchased this when it was actually full price, and I do keep forgetting to turn it on, but it is very good for what it is. This is it with darker nodes as well, which is the other plugin that is available for sale, but well worth having a look at. If you can get through with the default nodes and reroutes, then that's perfectly fine. But the difference is pretty clear, a lot easier to read. Right, let's talk about templates. There are a few templates on here. So there's Combat Fury at £52. This is a sort of more dynamic combat template with smoother combat. It's got a skill system, it's got a level up system, and all sorts. This is again one of those where I do think you need a basic understanding of blueprints to be able to understand it. It is commented reasonably well, and it's got documentation as well. And the Discord is fairly active and fairly good too. The other one that is to be considered is Moore's template, which is down here. This is at £13.73 at a 70% discount. This one is more of a Skyrim type template, but this is really quite large and includes a lot of stuff. They're both very large templates and include a lot of stuff. So if you don't understand, as I said, if you don't understand basic blueprints, this could be a problem. This was free for the month in August 2024, so you might already own this. But anyone that's new, I would be looking at both of these templates again once you understood a basic level of blueprints. In terms of price, Moore's template is 70% off. That's probably the largest discount I've seen on that. This I've seen at 70%, but at 69% it's fine as well. And I haven't seen it any lower than that personally in the time that I've been around. I'm a bit funky on environments and characters. I think we get loads of environments on Humble Bundle. We get loads of environments on FAB for free. I think characters, it depends on what you're trying to do. A lot of them are quite priced high, so 206 for this bundle, and you can get them on Humble Bundles. You can get them on Fanatical Bundles. We can get them for free from Epic. I would say that your main character, in my eyes, again, personal opinion, your main character should be custom because that's the one that everyone's going to be looking at. But your NPCs and your side characters, they could be assets, perfectly fine. One of the first things that I changed and upgraded personally is I brought a animation bundle. So there are two on sale that I like, this Combat Master one here and this BCD one here. I own this BCD one, I don't own Combat Master, but both of these bundles have the same thing going for them. They're swords and shields and spears and axes and stuff. And they both get updated every 2 months. And the price gets updated alongside that. They both contain some similar animations and some completely different animations as well. So you should check out the showcase for these to see if they are what you want. But upgrading your animations to a new animation pack takes your game to another level for sure. Now you can definitely find cheaper. So if you drop the price to lowest or down to newest, then you can see different sorts of animations available. Some of these are junk and some of them are rather good. So let's find the one that I saw earlier. So we've got spare combat animations here for like £2.55, so that's relatively cheap. And then further down there are some RPG bundles for like £35. So these are different casting animations and sword and combat. So upgrading animations is always good and should be looked at for sure. Then in terms of the other things, I'd be looking for VFX and, well, just VFX really. So sword slashes and explosions and other good stuff like that. So you can get cheap VFX packs. For me, it goes things that I can use across multiple projects, animations, VFX, then templates, and then anything that's going to enhance my project. So things like Dragon IK, this is a really good price of Dragon IK, 50%. I don't currently own this because I'm not at the stage where I would need this, but I've heard very good things about it from other people. So this is just inverse kinematics and making your feet sort of go where they should go on the ground and not hover, and adjusting targets and bases and attacks and stuff. So very good reputation on Dragon IK Universal System, one worth to look at as well. Inventory systems are a bit weird. If you don't understand anything about inventory systems, then I wouldn't buy an inventory system. If you understand the basics of an inventory system, then you should be looking at free templates first and then enhancing it from that point of view as well. Same for monster AI. You need to understand what a behavior tree is doing or what a state tree is doing and how data assets work for monster AI and AI toolkits in general before you just buy one and try and make it work. And then finally, advanced sort of systems. So if I needed animal stuff, I'd have basic animal setups, and then later on I'd be looking at stuff like this advanced locomotion that changes the capsules for animals, because that's a main issue with any animal capsule. Like the basic UE capsule doesn't do anything for animal stuff. So anything that can enhance your project is worth checking out, obviously. And yeah, these are my top things to check out. This is on my list. I think that they're probably things that you could have predicted, honestly, but this is where I'd be looking and what I'd be going. So let me know if you agree, let me know if you disagree, let me know if there's anything that you feel I should have checked out, and I will happily check it out. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day.